Within crypto, there are a bunch of different categories. When things like Bitcoin finally go up, everything else in the market tends to follow as well. And one of the categories, you could say niches, that I'm personally most invested in, besides gaming and AI, is RWA, for real world assets. Because it seems to be, since I got into Mantra like 8 months ago, that you can simply find projects that have a good team and a good vision behind it long term. You buy them, do nothing ever, and you're done. Which means you don't have to constantly check the price. Things just steadily go up because they have an actual use case in real life. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about a permission coin, also known as Ask, which right now sits at less than $4 million in market cap. So for something that is real world asset based, it still has that potential to do a 100x to 400 million and above. And the idea is pretty good. They're also already listed on gate.io as well as on Uniswap. And where most companies out there simply collect the data and then sell it so they can profit, in here it's their mission to end data exploitation and lead the web toward a new advertising model that enables you to own, control, and profit from your data. I always like to think, if I have something anyways, can I benefit from that in a different way? So if people take my data anyways, why don't I get paid for that? So think of permission over here as a Web3 advertising marketplace that then rewards you as a user with their Ask tokens when you opt in and share your data, which means you don't have to, but you can. So you can see with this example over here, and rewards by giving permission, you can get X amount of tokens for opting into, let's say, Bonvoy, for example, also known as Marriott. If you ever looked into booking a hotel, you probably know about that. MetaMask is an option. Fanatics and others get a pretty high score with 4.8 out of 5 stars, or excellent on Trustpilot, and you own it, earn it, and you get paid by engaging. Now, these sort of models are especially great for people that just start out in crypto, but it's also something that you can constantly do if you think to yourself, well, what am I supposed to do? You know, sometimes in crypto, you just sit around, you don't have any money to spend, or you only have a couple dollars, and this benefits you. Now, in this case, the way it works is that advertisers that, want to advertise to the user base here, they have to buy the token. So there's constantly a demand for the token behind it, which then not just makes it a one-time thing where like one advertiser buys the token and done, but more advertisers, this grows, more people sign up, it grows more. You can see the whole circulation of how this one over time grows more and more. And when it simply comes to the position where they put themselves in, things that have to do with real world assets are very likely going to go to $1 trillion industry, and things like advertising, which is the main revenue for Google, YouTube, Twitch, and others, like most of the sites that we use on a day-to-day basis, that is not going to go away. That's just something that is going to grow more and more and gets more refined over time. So if you were to click on Start Earning, my link is down below as well. All you need is to create an account using your email. Then we choose our password, enter some of our details, and then you check your email. And you're on the marketplace, which looks like that. So you can either swap a date, swap by the amount, see your tokens that you earned this week, invite others as well, share your link down below. Mine obviously is in the description as well as the pinned comment. Now let's say you pick any of the ones available here, you opt in and earn, click on that, done. That's it. Do you see how fast this is? The giant companies out there, like whatever phone you have, they very likely steal your data anyways. You ever downloaded WhatsApp? They have your data. You have Instagram? They have your data. This just gives you money. Like you can press the buttons, you get free money. And the advertisers get the data they need, and they constantly buy up the token, so price goes up. Overall, pretty good concept, which I like about crypto, because it decentralized the ownership of things. So instead of you watching a TV network, and the TV network gets all the money from the ads, you get the money because they take your data, which makes it a win-win for everybody. It also introduces the whole token and system to people in the Web2 space, and with a team that knows what they're doing, having lots of experience in various different fields, and obviously being fully doxed, they are here to stay. Now, they're also fully regulated by the Swiss FINMA, in other words, the Financial Market Supervisory Authority. Because when it comes to crypto, lots of companies just pick like the Cayman Islands or like some random place in the world, have some offshore companies. They are legit, they did all the paperwork, they are regulated in here, which means long term it's legitimate as well as secure. And while CoinMarketCap might take some time in order to update, and I mentioned earlier that they are on Polygon, they also have a multi-chain expansion, so it runs on ETH, but also on layer 0 and then also on Base, which can be accessed to your Coinbase wallet. And you never know, if things get listed on Coinbase, what could happen next. The thing is, for all the tokens that have a couple million in market cap and they become more recognizable over time, once they get listed on more exchanges, that's when a huge influx happened for the token price. And in here, there is a lot of room for more exchanges to get listed on in the future. Also, when it comes to the team, they've never sold any of the tokens that they got, because if we look at the tokenomics over here, where we can see that the team already got some tokens pretty much since 2018, even until now, which is over here, Q1, Q2 of 2025, they never sold any of the tokens. So there's not just something where they, hype up the market and then once more people buy, they sell off the tokens. They are committed. Recently, they had a partnership with impact.com over here. You might recognize the name with the symbol. When I signed up for, I think, Kraken or Binance, I think it was Kraken, and the affiliate system there, that was ran through Impact, as well as a bunch of other sites before. You've probably seen this one in your email before. If you sign up for, let's say, different AI sites or anything that has to do with marketing behind it. So in other words, a big play in the industry. One more thing, which is pretty interesting if you think about the marketplace behind it. If you live in the EU, or if you just travel there, if you go onto any website at all, it will ask you, do you want to allow cookies, permissions? Do you want to share your data? Pretty much, because people are forced to follow those regulations. This right here is the solution for all of that. You opt in, but instead of the website taking your data, you get money. You get tokens, you get rewarded for it. And you never know when things grow more and more and things become more regulated or other countries adopt such models, then there has to be a solution for it that is going to be adopted and used. And when countries right now buy Bitcoin, and the US probably is going to make gains on crypto tax-free, like the UAE and other places, and crypto becomes bigger and bigger, then things that have a real world solution are very likely going to be adopted into our everyday use case, which means, let's say there's one big player, let's say Meta or Facebook, that just says, yeah, sure, we use their model. That would change the M over there to a B, which can happen considering that like 3, 4, 5 years ago, Facebook, or Meta, when they rebranded, they bought Mana and Decentraland. Now the metaverse looked pretty bad, but even that got to multi-billion-dollar valuations within like a week or so. Now to sum up everything in here, undervalued for the market cap, part of a multi-trillion-dollar industry, advertising is here to stay. They have over 350,000 users already, with 500% monthly active user growth since July of 2024, so it is steadily growing. Team never sold any tokens, even fully diluted. This is still a small/micro cap coin, and they already work with people like Impact and others, for which the advertiser needs to buy the token, which gives it a long-term demand, in order for people to opt in, which then rewards you the tokens, and this doesn't cost you anything. You can also do surveys and watch, right? But everything is optional. If you don't like it, you can sign out. If you like it, you get some tokens. So in the best case, you get free money, which is the normal case. And in the worst case, you don't lose anything because you got free money. So there isn't really any downside. Plus, you can earn up to 1,000 of the tokens in the first 24 hours after signing up. And this is something which you can check pretty much daily, see what is new, and just make it part of your routine. You already spend time on Reddit, Instagram, YouTube, or whatever. You could also just add this to your bookmarks. Open it, opt in, done, which can also be seen as like passive income. You have to actively click buttons, but it takes a few seconds, I feel like, so it's somewhat passive. I will leave links to everything down below. Again, if you want to get the token, listed on Gate as well as on Uniswap over here. You can also get it through Coinbase on a Base as a chain. They've been around since 2018, and I think you're going to like it too. Obviously, not financial advice, but this is something that I found that is actually free to use, that rewards you for using it. So a win-win for everybody.